Another big issue at the summit was tax evasion, and leaders have pledged to overhaul international tax rules as part of a major crackdown on tax cheats. The deal calls for new laws requiring multinational companies to report what tax they pay and where. Leaders also agreed to require shell companies to identify their true owners.
Host David Cameron also said that they are working on promoting growth.
We started the summit by launching negotiations on an EU-US trade deal that could have a greater impact than all the other bilateral trade deals that are on the table. This G8 also launched a bold new pro-business agenda to get to grips with the problems of tax evasion, aggressive tax avoidance and corporate secrecy. Let's be clear. If you want a low-tax economy, which I believe is fundamental to growth, you have to collect the taxes that are owed. That is only fair for companies and for people who play by the rules. And it's vital for developing economies too.
The Prime Minister has two objectives. First, sharing more information between nations. Second, creating ledgers showing who benefits from offshore tax schemes. However, he's hardly assured of success. At least 3 G8 nations, Russia, the US and Canada, are sceptical. France's leader, François Hollande, has wondered aloud why the focus isn't on climate change. But others believe these reforms will help.
These changes are going to have an impact on anybody who has an account overseas. And that could be, for example, somebody who owns a holiday property abroad. That income is also going to be declared automatically.
Right now, it's more difficult than it has been at any time over the past few decades to avoid tax or to evade tax, whether you're an individual or a company. And this summit is going to make it that little bit more difficult if you have money to find some place to squirrel it away. Syria hogged our attention yesterday. The same may well happen today with new eye-catching positions on ransom demands. But then tax has never been sexy. The Prime Minister's efforts to bring the offshore onshore continue regardless.
The G8 tax deal is a step in the right direction, and David Cameron deserves a lot of credit for putting this tough issue of tax on the international agenda. But the IF campaign is disappointed that one of the really big issues to do with phantom companies that avoid tax hasn't been adequately addressed.
But it is the success or failure on Syria that will be the mark of David Cameron's stewardship of the G8. An end to the killing, far from guaranteed.